Might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
The Film Lounge presents...
Spoiler free movie review!
First you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on!
with Chris Gooch.
I'm the dude.
For years, our world has been at peace. But something is coming. I can feel it. Dark forces are upon us. Step in.
So much mythology, so little explanation. That's the way most people, unfamiliar with World of Warcraft, are going to be feeling when they leave the cinema. It's a film that has been copying a lot of shit from critics, and although there is a lot of good moving parts to this film, there's a good reason it is copying said shit.
Our world is dying. If our people are to survive, we must make a home here.
So look, you've got orcs, not the ones from Lord of the Rings, and they have travelled from their world to the world of Azeroth. Not a place in Lord of the Rings. A world filled with knights, dwarves, giant birds that you can ride on like horses, wizards and magic, and I swear to God this is not Lord of the Rings. I'm just struggling to try and convince you otherwise.
If we do not unite, our world will perish.
This doesn't need to happen. There is one who may help us.
Now I actually like this film a lot, but I can see where the critics are coming from when they're bashing it. And it's such a pity because everything is there for a great film. You have amazing state-of-the-art special effects that just bring the orcs to life so that they appear just as real as their human co-stars. You have these large, expansive locations filled with wonderfully designed creatures and characters. You have large-scale battles that fill every single inch of the screen, and they are brutal battles, but still PG-13 friendly. You have an extensive mythology to immerse yourself in and build upon. But therein lies the film's biggest problem: the mythology.
Why are you here?
To save our people.
The main issue is there's no explanation for what's going on from one scene to the next. There are important characters introduced with no backstory. The audience are thrown straight into the deep end of the orc swimming pool with no floaties to help them keep afloat during the next 2 hours that they're in the cinema. Now, director Duncan Jones, who has given us some great films such as Moon and Source Code, is a massive World of Warcraft fan, and he's clearly poured his love of the game into this film. But he hasn't stopped to think about the audience who are not familiar with the series. Just like any other movie that has an extensive mythology, the important thing to do is explain the rules of the world and the important backstory elements so that the audience has an understanding of what's going on. Most films like these start with prologues to help establish the ground rules. Lord of the Rings did it, Pacific Rim made sure to do it, even the Thor movies uses Anthony Hopkins' narration to start off each film as a framing device. Warcraft just jumped straight into the story, and that's where the film falls apart. We're spending far too long as an audience trying to figure out what's going on, that we don't feel any investment in the characters when anything big happens. Ultimately, the film has a lot of potential. It may not be very user-friendly for people going in cold to the series, and with the film so confident that it's going to get a sequel, we are left with almost every single element of the story unresolved, which really doesn't make this a complete film. Warcraft gets 2.5 very confusing head scratches.
We should attack with full force.
Whatever you plan to do it now!
You'll have me to protect you.
I need no one to protect me.
Well then.